Good morning, 8th grade. Today's iLearn standard is over computation, standard 8C1, solve real-world problems with rational numbers by using multiple operations. Today's question is George is making a snack for soccer practice. He mixes 1.5 or 1.5 cups of raisins, 2/3 cups of peanuts, and 25 hundredths or 0.25 cups of chocolate chips. How much did he make all together? Before you begin answering your questions, let's talk a little bit about the testing environment again. The iLearn is a little different than iStep in the past, and it may or may not have a time limit the same as iStep did. So in that case, we need to be respectful to our peers that are still testing. So during a practice session or the actual session, we want to make sure that there's no talking, that we're staying seated, that there are no passes in or out of class, that you're working independently, and that when you are finished, you're not moving on until the time is up. And that may look like just sitting there quietly and waiting for others to finish. You will not be able to get out a book or get out pencil and paper to draw or to color or anything else. So part of why we're practicing this is not only to practice the questions, but also to practice the testing environment. So the time limit may not be as long as you need, or you may feel it's not long enough. And so we are not only practicing just for the questions, like I said, but we're practicing on getting ready for the testing environment. So really work on sitting quietly until the time is up and making sure you're being respectful to those that are still testing. Be sure to write down the question, show all work. You have 10 minutes. You may begin. Time is up. Let's take a look at the answer. George is making a snack for soccer practice. He mixes 1.5 cups of raisins, 2/3 cups of peanuts, and 0.25 cups of chocolate chips. How much did he make altogether? So to solve this, we need our numbers to all be in the same form. So we have 1.5, 2/3, and 0.25. 2/3 is going to be a repeating decimal, so we do not want to convert the other two. We don't want to convert it to decimal. We want to convert the other two to fractions so that we can easily add it together. So 1.5 is 1 1/2, or in other words, 3/2 as an improper fraction. 2/3 remains the same, and then 0.25 is 1/4. So now we have 3/2 plus 2/3 plus 1/4. And to add those fractions together, we need a common denominator, and the largest common denominator, or in other words, the smallest common denominator, is 12. So if we put them all over 12, we would multiply 2 times 6 to get 12. So 3 times 6 is 18. And 3 times 4 would give 12, so 2 times 4 is 8, and 4 times 3 would be 12, so 1 times 3 is 3. So then adding that together, 18 plus 8 plus 3 would equal 29, and our denominator remains 12. So 29/12 then would reduce. 12 will go into 29 2 times, and that would be 24, and 29 minus 24 would be 5, so 5 remaining. So we would have 2 5/12 cups all together.